Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, visiting Parkway Subaru, and I'm checking out a 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Now this one is in the limited trim level with additional options. Even so, this vehicle surprises me with the level of quality and features available at the price that it's offered. So let's go ahead and check it out. This Crosstrek is sitting on 225/55 Falcon tires, wrapped around 18-inch alloy wheels in a two-tone black, and the alloy popping through there. It also has four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated disc rotors in the front and solid disc rotors in the back. The name of this color is Sunshine Orange, and now that the sun is behind the clouds, the sun's not shining on it, but maybe we can get a good idea of what the color looks like here. Definitely gets your attention. It stands out from the rest of the vehicles here at the lot, and that's part of the reason why I chose this particular one, because of the color. So you have a combination of gloss, matte black, and chrome here on the grille, and on the outside it kind of has a little bit of a texture design here, similar to a carbon fiber look, I suppose. Same thing there on the bottom. There's some sunshine on the Sunshine Orange. So this vehicle has the Eyesight up here with the two cameras here and here. So that is used for the lane keeping assist. Also the adaptive cruise control. Now that textured, let me get a good shot of it here. It kind of looks like a carbon fiber, not really. It just kind of has a little bit of a texture, and that's throughout the base of the vehicle. The fog lights are powered by halogen bulbs and a reflector housing. The headlights are in a projector tube, and it's actually a steering responsive LED for your low and your high beams out of the same projector tube. It also has an LED daytime running light accent as well. So looking at the profile of the vehicle, the rear glass is a privacy glass, and of course you can tint the front glass if you wanted to match it. And you can see the black accent is around the fender wells as well as here on the side, all the way around, protecting the base of the vehicle. Body colored handles and side mirrors is at least the top portion, and then the roof racks are already there in that flat black. This is what the key looks like. It's a proximity key system, and it's flat black with the chrome here on the ends, like a smoked chrome. It's a really high quality feeling, just a tough feeling key. It has a physical key on the inside in case you need it. Generally you could just keep it in your pocket or a bag or whatever, and as long as it's with you, you can use the vehicle. You have the lock, unlock. This blue button is your unlock, ability to open up the hatch, and then a panic button. So let's go ahead and push that panic button. All right, it's a pretty strong horn. As long as you have the key with you, it could be in your pocket, in a bag, as long as it's within a close proximity of this door, the outside of this door. You can lock the door by placing your finger over this little sensor here, indicated by these little lines. So as long as you put your finger over that, it will lock. To unlock it, you simply put your hand behind the handle. It'll sense the key within a close proximity of this door, and it will unlock the door and allow you access. You can also see your physical key there, location on the driver's side. So looking here on the passenger side, the inside of the passenger door, now the quality and the feel of everything is just fantastic. So you have a soft touch surface at the very top of the door, here, and it even gets even softer on your armrest. I mean, I can push as hard as I can with my hand, and I can't really bottom out this armrest. It's very, very soft. You also have that orange stitching in a French design here on the door. This is kind of like a vinyl material. Same thing here, but this one's perforated, and then this is kind of like a Nerf synthetic material. Then you have some carbon fiber look here on the sides. Not sure if that's real or not, but it may be. Then you have that smoked chrome. Large pocket there at the bottom, and then it has the Harman Kardon sound system. Nice big speaker there in the door. Here's your threshold. Heated seats for the driver and passenger. And they have the contrast stitching here. And then leather seats with the perforations just there on the center portion and the bottom and the back. Now these seats are fantastic. I mean, they're well made. They have a certain design that just really feels comfortable. Soft touch dash. It's kind of like a rubbery type material, and then it has the stitching here as well. It continues down. Then you have that satin chrome finish, lock and glove compartment with a smooth plastic on the inside. There's your floor mats. Now this one has the rubber mats and the carpet mats. And check out the legroom. I'm going to put all the specs and dimensions and everything in the description, but just to give you an idea here, look at there's very little tapering. It's nice and wide. It's a tiny bit of tapering right here, but just, you know, plenty of legroom. Just very impressive as far as the room and the comfort. Inside of the back door is very similar to the front. Very soft armrest. You have the soft perforated kind of vinyl looking material here, and then you have a hard plastics up here at the top. Now it has a textured carbon fiber looking material here. It's a little bit different from the front. The front is smooth, like it's like coated or whatever, or a clear coat on it. This one is just textured in like a flat black. You have the storage pocket right here and down there. Front seats all the way back, just to give you an idea of the legroom. And the pockets on the back of the front seats. The back seats have the stitching, the perforations, and the it's basically a bench seat which will fold down to add to your cargo space, which I'll show you. Then you have the armrest with cup holders, which you can move out of the way and utilize the center portion. Now it does have a little hump there in the center portion to deal with, but not too bad. Has the latch system for car seats. Has a locking fuel door, and the fuel door is on the passenger side. So there's the cap, tether, and a little place to hang the cap while you're pumping gas. Okay, so looking at the back of the vehicle, it has a little shark fin antenna right up here that's body colored, and then you have the third brake light at the very top and that black spoiler, and I think it's powered by LEDs, pretty sure. And then it has the wiper there. It appears to be standard bulbs for the tail lights, and the backup camera is almost in that center position. It's in a pretty good spot. Then you have the parking sensors across the back, and the exhaust is pretty well hidden. There's a little button under here to open it up. Okay, so there's a shade here that's removable. Of course, you can slide it out of the way, but you can take it completely out of there if you want to. It's very light and easy to take out. So you have a place to put a net pocket, which the net is actually included. Here's the, it's kind of like a Berber carpet floor mats. You even have the cargo mat back here and the seat protectors in place. There's a light. You have some tie downs there on the corners there. This lifts up, and then there's your spare tire and tools. So you can see right in here, there's a place for the seats to fold down. You can fold down one or the other to add to your cargo space while still maintaining passenger space. Now, if you fold down both of them and take out the shade, you have a lot of space back here for cargo. So this one has the blind spot monitor system or rear cross traffic alert, and the indicators here on the side, the inside of the side mirror right in here, and it will illuminate a red light when there's a vehicle in your blind spot or when you're backing out of a parking space. And the sensor is located in this rear bumper area. As long as you have the key inside the vehicle, put your foot on the brake, hold it, and just push this button here. And you start it right up. Here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat. You can see the floor mat hooks in place, real easy to put in and out. It's just posts that stick up here and it just pops in place. And I really like these floor mats as well. They fit in there perfectly and they protect the carpet good, and they hold moisture, mud, that kind of stuff. There's your accelerator and brake pedal and a foot rest over here. So let's take a look under the hood. To open the hood, there's a latch just about here in the center position, right in here. Just reach in, move it to the left, and lift up on the hood. It's not very, little bit of weight to it, but not much. And you have a prop to hold it up. There's the prop, and there's actually two places to put the prop. You have one right here, and then there's a secret one down here, which makes the hood go much higher. You can see the hood's much higher than normal, just because you put it in that secret position. Now, when it's really high like this, the wind could blow it and, you know, cause it to move around. It's fairly secure, but, you know, just be warned as far as that goes. All right, looking at the engine compartment, you see there's insulation there on the underside of the hood. You also have an insulated firewall, and portions of the battery are insulated as well. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Subaru's engine, this is a 4-cylinder. It's a 2.0 liter 4-cylinder engine. Now it's a little bit different than the average 4-cylinder. There's actually, it's what they call a horizontally opposed engine, or a boxer, or a flat 4 type engine, in which 2 cylinders are on this side going directly facing out this way, and the other 2 are going out this way, so are away from each other. Now this gives it a lower center of gravity. It also separates the heads, the cylinder heads, so you have 2 cylinders on this side and that side, so they're completely separated to disperse heat a little bit better. It is a 100% aluminum engine. You can see the intake is here at the top. Air flows into these cylinders, and then the exhaust is straight out of the bottom. So that way it channels the heat under the vehicle. Now this is paired to a CVT transmission, automatic transmission. And there's the oil filter right there. It's easy to get to. The inside of the driver's side door is just like the passenger side, except for it has a few more buttons. You have your power window controls here with the front 2, 1 touch down and 1 touch up. Then your side mirrors are adjusted here. You just pick a side by turning it, and then you adjust it like a little joystick, and there's your door locks. So on the driver's side, it has a power seat, so you have the ability to move the seat up, down, forward, back, all that good stuff. And they are heated, by the way, just to remind you. Here in the front, here to the left of the steering column, you have the steering responsive headlight button. You can turn those off if you just want to turn them off and keep the headlights pointing straight forward. Interior dimmer switch for your gauges, traction control off, and then your blind spot monitor system, you can turn that off as well. It also has a telescoping and a tilt steering column that's a lot of articulation and easy to move. Okay, so let's check out the inside. Sitting in the driver's seat, these seats are very comfortable. I like the, there's a lot of comfort in this vehicle. The armrests are super soft, the seats are comfortable, soft, and supportive in the ways that you would want them to be, and the bolsters are not intrusive at all. So very impressed with all that. So I have the seat all the way back. I'm 6 feet tall, just to give you an idea. This would be a little bit too far back for me. I'd actually have to pull it up a little bit. Have the seat all the way back and down, by the way. So just give you an idea. And the footrest has a little bit of, the top of my foot is touching a little bit there at the top. So I mean, it's not allowing my full size of my foot, which I do have a big foot. So anyways, here's the steering wheel, and it has that typical leather texturing on the leather here with the orange stitching on the inside, and it's soft to the touch. Not super soft, but it has a little bit of a give to it. So you have your cruise control here on the right side. Now, it's not a regular cruise control. It does have the adaptive cruise control using the Eyesight system. It also has the lane keeping assist, forward collision warning, some features like that. You can adjust your distance between you and the vehicle in front of you by pushing these buttons here, and your lane departure warning system right here, or lane keep assist. On the left side is your volume for your radio. You can change through your audio tracks or your radio stations here, audio source, and then you can get different information depending on what your screen is. So this right here, by pushing that, it'll cycle through this little screen up here. So if you could see that, it's kind of like a separate screen besides your touch screen and the one between your gauges. So it kind of gives you specific information. There's your pitch and roll, your articulation of your wheels, what your eyesight's doing, and water temperature, oil temperature, has like gauges, and then you have weather information. You just keep on scrolling and it gives you more information, what your radio's doing, your fuel economy, and I like the way it has a clock with a date. That's pretty nice. Bluetooth controls here, so you can hang up, answer, and then you have the voice recognition here, so you can send calls using your voice. These buttons correspond with the screen between the gauges, which we'll get to in a minute. And then you have your windshield wiper controls here, turn signal with your headlight controls, off, automatic parking and headlight, and then your fog lights are controlled here. You reset your trip using this button. Okay, so you have a fairly straightforward and easy to read gauges. So your RPMs are on the left, your speedometers are on the right. Just straight up simple. Has the white lettering, the black background with the chrome dials. That's pretty neat. But right here in the center, that little information screen gives you a bunch more information when you want it. So you have an average miles per gallon there at the top. You also have a real time as well. And then it gives you, right now it's in the screen in which it shows you what your eyesight is doing with your adaptive cruise control and your lane keeping assist. Kind of scroll up, we see your fuel economy information at the top there. And then your tire pressure, digital speedometer, kind of cycles through and gives you more information there at the very top. Default, in my case, will probably be the digital speedometer. So here's your touch screen, and this is your home screen. So you see a little home right there. If you push that button, this is where it's going to take you. So you have nice colorful, color-coded buttons here. So you have your radio, apps, settings, and everything here. So let's go to the radio. So your presets are there at the very bottom, and AM, FM, satellite radio options. Then you go to apps. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities with Travel Link, which is really good. Pandora, AHA radio. Different media sources. So this one actually has a CD player right in here. So you have your CD player, USB, Bluetooth audio. Basically that's what's available now. The auxiliary input as well, depending on what you have plugged in. So there's nothing in there right now, so everything's kind of grayed out. You can pair phones, multiple phones to the system in a priority system. Let's look at the navigation. You see what that looks like. We're at Parkway of Wilmington, North Carolina. You can see the ocean over here. In addition to the touchscreen, you also have the physical buttons down here, so you can go to your home, your apps, map, radio, and media just quickly, just by pushing those buttons. So you don't have to navigate the screen, you just simply go straight there. So you can see it has a traditional volume tuned through the stations as well. Also has the near field communications, a way of pairing your phone, really easy. Four-way flashers are here, and your climate control, so you have your temperature, fan speed, and then where you want the air to blow. And so let's go ahead and move this. As we move it, it'll pop up here on the screen showing us what our selections are. Same thing with our mode. Storage compartment here with a 12-volt power supply. Okay, so here's the shifter. Let's put it in reverse. We're going to check out the backup camera. So you remember it was slightly offset, but you can't really tell because it's not too much offset. It has the active guidelines. Neutral, drive, and then you have a manual mode. Now you can also use paddle shifters here on the back of the steering wheel, right here, to change through the speed ratio. Since this is a CVT transmission, it doesn't technically have gear ratios, but speed ratios are basically the same thing. So you can change through them. When you put it in manual mode, you can use that as well. Heated seat controls, you have a 2-stage high and low. Here's X mode, so this is for basically an off-road. If you're going more extreme off-roading, then you want to go ahead and initiate X mode so the vehicle can prepare for the off-road conditions. And you have some storage pocket or cup holders here with a smoke chrome on the outside. It has a little rubberized portion at the very bottom. There's your handbrake and has a rubberized handle. Very soft armrest with the contrast stitching. And this lifts up. And this is where you'll find auxiliary input, USB ports, and the power supply. And there's a place for wires to go in and out of this compartment right there. Even a little place at the back to put business cards or whatever. Rear view mirror has a digital compass. It's an auto dim rear view mirror, which you can turn that feature on or off here. And then you have your home link garage door opener controls at the bottom. So your lane departure, lane keep assist, you can turn that on or off here. And your forward collision warning system, you can turn that off if you want to. You also have an emergency information buttons here. Now with the headlights on, there's a little blue light right in here to illuminates the center portion, basically the center portion of the vehicle right in here, just to kind of give you a little bit of ambient light or blue light. Kind of moonlight is how I think of it. You also have these little tap lights. And then you can, with the interior lights, you can have them turn on with the door by pushing it that way or off that way. And this is for your sunroof, which we'll get to in just a second. And you have the visor with mirrors and lights. Has a little extendable shade here. And a place to put some stuff, a little pocket, put your registration or whatever. Okay, so let's look at the sunroof. So it has a shade that covers up 100% of the light. We can open that up. We can move it back. As far as it goes back. And we can tilt it up. Let's look at the visibility in the back. So you can see the furthest pillars kind of getting away a little bit, but overall not too bad. It does have the glass going as far, extending into them as far as possible. And of course you do have the blind spot monitor system, the rear cross traffic alert, the backup camera, I mean there's all kinds of different technology to help you out with blind spots now. And I remember I actually showed you the location of the blind spot sensor, but if I push the button it'll go ahead and turn on, so you can see. And it's not a red light, it's an orange light, so I got that wrong. So you can see right there. So it's a little bit hidden until you actually use it. Alright, so there you have it, 2018 Subaru Crosstrek. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Parkway Subaru here in Wilmington, North Carolina, for allowing me to show off another awesome vehicle, and I'll see you guys next time.